In this video, we're also doing numerical sequences, but this sequence is arithmetic instead of geometric, so it's a little bit different. And again, we're asked to write the explicit formula for the following numbers. We have 14, 114, 212, or 214, and 314. And just like before, each one of these numbers have an index. So a of 1 equals the first member, which is 14. A of 2 is 114. A of 3 is 214. And A of 4 is 314. And by the time we're done with this, we're going to be able to find the 57th term. Now, first of all, what we have to find is the explicit formula for this sequence. And there's a general form that is A of n equals d, which is a common difference, times the quantity of n minus 1 plus a1. And just as before, the first term, a1, is still 14. It's the first term. But something that's different than before is we're finding what we call a common difference. And to find that, you choose one number and you subtract one before it. So in this case, if I choose one number, subtract the one before it, in all three cases, I get d equals 100. So d will be the common difference in this problem. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and find the explicit formula for this. And we'll start by finding a1, which we already know, and then we also need to find d. So a1 is the first term of the sequence, which is 14. D, remember the formula for that is we choose one and we subtract the one before it. Okay, so let's go ahead and pick some numbers. So if I choose 114, that means I subtract one before it, which is 14, and I get 100. If I choose 212 or 214, I subtract 114, I also get 100. So remember, when you're finding the common difference, you always need to check two pair. And when you check those two pair, they have to be the same number. Now remember, if they're not the same number, that means you don't have an arithmetic sequence and you can't finish the problem. So now we found A1. We found D. I don't know why I put, yeah, it should be 100, not 110. It should be 100. There we go. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take those values, we're going to put them in the explicit form. So here we go. I have A of n equals 100, which is D, n minus 1 plus 14. So that is the explicit form. That's the first part of our answer. Now the next thing we have to do is we have to find A of 57. So here we go. So A of 57 equals 100 times 57 minus 1. Now remember, that's all in parentheses, plus 14. And you just simply plug that in your calculator. And you can see where I've already done it. I put it in just like it is in the sequence, and I get 5,614. So A of 57 equals 5,614. And that's the other answer. So we have that one right there that we need, and that's the second part. Okay, thanks for watching.